So let's get into your reading. So in the past, recently, I feel like there's been some imbalance between you and someone else. So basically what it means is you might have someone that comes in and then they go back out, and it's kind of like this on again off again thing. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. Now I know it says that, but what this card actually means is it's kind of like this cat and mouse chase and some imbalance between you and your love interest. Okay, now in the past, you got the Page of Raphael, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So someone may have come back, because I am seeing a reunion. So it could be as well that there's an imbalance between you and somebody, but you have feelings for someone else. But I'm more feeling that with you and this particular love interest, it's this on again, off again thing. And recently they may have come back. So whether they've stayed or not because of the imbalance, I'm not too sure. But I am seeing very strong feelings, okay? So now, in your present, you do have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there are definitely very strong feelings. So even if it is on and off again, it's like you just seem to magnetic back to this person because the attraction is just so strong. And it's really kind of magnetic, which means that they feel it as well. Okay. So I feel right now as well, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. And then you've got the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel as though some of you, this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like, yes, there's an attraction, but the emphasis is kind of on work at the moment. So with the Page of Pentacles, I don't know if, some of you are studying or maybe looking for work, or you're just looking, it's something to do with work anyway, with the Eight of Ariel. It may be that you and this person, you have such a strong chemistry in terms of love. You two are trying to kind of work on it. If not, it just means that, work is kind of playing a picture in it. So it's like, yes, there's this attraction. Yes, it's very, very strong and magnetic, but you're not losing focus of, your own life, like work and things like that. So, in the future, you do have it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I do feel as though one of you really wants to open up your heart to the other one, but it could be that maybe you don't feel it's safe to open up your heart, Cancer. But it's just saying open up your heart to love. And again, I'm definitely seeing this on again, off again thing. Someone from the past could be resurfacing if they haven't already. You've got Judgment. So some of you do need to make a decision about this person as well. Because here we have, it will all be better if you just make a decision over analysing a problem, find a compromise. So some of you are really kind of thinking, am I going to accept this person back? Because Judgment is like this revival. It brings things back to life, but it also means you're going to make a decision whether or not you're going to let this person back in. Some of you will actually decide to give it another try. Some of you won't. It's completely up to you. You have your free will. I can't say if you will or you won't, but there will be an opportunity to, to let this person back in if you want it. Okay? Now, the barriers. So you do have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So some of you, I feel as though this is more speaking to those of you who kind of have different options. Take this as it kind of resonates. This won't apply to all of you. I feel like I'm only speaking to a few Cancerians in this one. But I'm seeing here that either you are in a relationship with somebody and you're one another's true love, and because of their relationship there's a lack of partnership. Now it could be the other way around. Maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you're not happy in your current relationship, but you've kind of been speaking to someone else and, you feel like this person is your true love, but there's a lack of partnership. But either way, I am seeing, that there is a true love, okay? So, I feel like the barriers for some of you will be that there's a lack of partnership, a lack of commitment. So it says in the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach, surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Now, what I am feeling as well is that with this, it could be that you want to do things traditionally, or your love interest wants to do things traditionally, and you two just aren't on the same page. It could be that, you two are having differences of ideas, because the Two of Wands is about partnerships and being on the same page. So it might be that you want to do things one way, the other person wants to do things a different way, and you're just not on the same page. So it could be a lack of commitment for that reason. So I feel what needs to happen is, if you want to kind of get over this hurdle, just maybe sit down, have a conversation, open your heart to a point where you're telling them how you feel. I feel like you need to communicate with them and say, look, this is what I think, this is how I feel, and this is what I want, and that should kind of, break the ice a little bit and listen to them as well. And then this lack of partnership, this lack of you two not being on the same page will kind of resolve. Okay, so the factors that are affecting you, you do have very strong feelings for this person, okay, with the Page of Cups. You really think about them, and the overall image I get in my mind of this is, you'll be at work, you're kind of distracted, not too much, but I feel like you're being really, really sensitive to the point where you'll be at work and you'll just be thinking about this person. You'll be, at the supermarket and you'll be thinking about this person. And we've got the Queen of Ariels. So I feel like you are kind of making a effort again to work on your career, nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical, wise advice. So yes, you're in your emotions, but you're also maintaining your strength and your independence financially. But this is really, really affecting you if you're separated from somebody, I feel as though you are really feeling it very, very intensely, because the Page of Cups, the cup represents emotions, and it's like this fish here represents the emotions, kind of making a appearance to this person, and they're looking directly at the cup and at the fish. So your feelings are literally staring at you right in the face. Some of you, being Cancerians, you're ruled by the moon anyway, so you'll naturally be very, very intuitive. So it could be that you're separated, but you know something intuitively, and this is why you're able to keep your independence, because it's like intuitively, some of you know that this person is coming back. You know how you feel about this person. You know how this person feels about you. You know that they might be your true love. What I'm also seeing here is that you know that this person may be your true love. You may have like offers of new partnerships, but you're kind of saying no because you're waiting for someone else, this person that you do really like. So the factors that are affecting them, so they are feeling the separation as well, okay, but I feel like they're trying to have a new start. I feel like they are focusing on their money, their finances, their work as well. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time or support, a change in job or a promotion. So they are trying to heal from the situation, okay? They're trying to clear their energy of any kind of hurt. So I do feel as though if you and this person have been arguing about certain things, they've kind of left all that in the past. So when there is a second chance with them, it could be that, the things that you have argued about, maybe you won't argue about it as intensely. So what you want from the situation. So you're not letting go, or it could be that you want them to just stop being stubborn, and you are really remaining positive, you're remaining optimistic about the situation. So even though you're hurt, I feel as though you're doing a really good job of dealing with it, okay? But I feel as though you do definitely want a offer to come in. You want a committed romantic relationship. You want this person to come in and sweep you off your feet. And I feel like with this situation, with the situations or topics that make your heart flutter, I more feel as though you want this person to stop being stubborn and just tell you how they feel. So what they want, they also want to make some kind of decision as well. It's like they know that you're their soulmate. They got the soulmate card. Yes, you are their soulmate. Okay, but I feel like, again, they are releasing the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So I feel like they are kind of thinking, is this really kind of over? I feel like they're really kind of analysing, oh my God, is this the end or not? So I feel as though it's hurting you, but in terms of your love interest, I feel as though they're really thinking about it as well. And they're kind of like, it can't be over. That's kind of how they feel. That's kind of what they're thinking. I feel they're more in their mind about it, which means, so I feel you're more feeling it, Cancer, whereas they're more thinking about it, if that makes sense. So I feel as though they're kind of analysing whether or not to give it a second chance as well. I feel like you're both kind of doing that. I feel like you're both stepping back and reviewing the situation. So whereas you're more going to go on feelings, they're more going to go on logic, if that makes sense. So now I feel as though this separation may have been down to some deception. Okay, someone may have been a little bit smug, and this is what has caused this deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So I feel like the deception is what's caused this time out, this separation, because the Four of Michael, insights that come from meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So I don't know if things just kind of got too much. I'm definitely seeing a bit of a break, but you do have wish fulfillment. So if you want to get back with this person, then you definitely will have a second chance. And again, you've got the Judgment card, which is like my second chance revival card. So I'm going to clarify deception. Clarification on deception. Clarification on deception. Okay, clarification on deception. Clarification on deception. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this is surrounding your love interest. I'm seeing a possible relationship or marriage and someone being left out in the cold. So you could be dealing with someone who had ties to their ex, and maybe that's why you pushed them out in the cold. Maybe they were saying, yeah, I don't have anything to do with exes, but maybe they were kind of lying. Clarification on deception. The Emperor. Okay. Clarification on deception. Yeah, so there was definitely some hurt, some betrayal. A situation has ended and you are fully free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Please put the past behind you. So this is a very deep hurt, very deep betrayal. For some of you, this is an Aries, or it could be that you have a child with this person. The Emperor's like a father figure, I guess it's kind of like a challenge. It could be that, they were a little bit controlling, and this could be why you pushed them out in the cold as well. There's many different scenarios that I'm kind of seeing here, but I feel like it will resolve, and I feel as though you will get your Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Okay, so in your outcome, I do feel as though you will forgive this person. It's going to take a lot of strength, Cancer, but I feel as though you're going to try really hard this second time around to try to receive this person with compassion and forgive them. Okay, this says an excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. So there is a new opportunity that is coming up for you in this person, and it is worth waiting for. So I definitely feel as though your wish is going to be fulfilled. Okay, there's been a lot of drama, there's been a lot of hurt, a lot of deception. It could be a third party situation that was that came to light. You know, the Three of Cups, you know, it signifies 3 as well. So, you know, there could have been a third party situation somewhere along the line, and this is why someone decided to separate. But I feel like you're both feeling it, and this person is coming back around.